Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to Jeff becomes an English literature major and tries to draw meaning from the color of the curtains. But here we go. Let's listen to some beautiful music first, and then I'll begin my dialogue. So it sounds like those are birds. I guess I'll start talking now. This looks like it's probably destructible. I wonder if this is kind of like a metaphor for like, you know, that would make a lot of sense. What if the red color is supposed to represent rage when you're dealing with grief? You're angry, you're destroying things around you to make a path forward, to kind of like process what's going around you, and breaking things can have both benefit, well, maybe not breaking, but like emoting with physicality can have benefit. It can be exhausting, but sometimes you need to tire yourself out to distract yourself from what you're feeling. Are we back at where we started? No, this is similar to where we started, but it's entirely different. Okay, what have we got here? So I need to probably get both of these at the same time. There we go, snapped into place, and a new block little structure going. Okay, so it looks like it's a little bit of timing based platforming, but we can go either left or right. Why don't we go left first and see what's over here? For me, one thing I like to recognize in this game is that you're traveling both left and right for progression. You have to look up, you have to look down, you have to kind of backtrack. There is kind of a sense of working your way upwards. We're constantly climbing structures, so I will acknowledge that, and I think certainly that's the easiest of the metaphors to read. You're trying to build yourself up from your lowest lows. Oh, a little hot air balloon, that's cute. Looks like this connects to somewhere else, actually. I wonder if I can climb up that slope to the left. Now the real question is, can I get to that hot air balloon, or does it ever stop, or does it keep climbing? Feels like a little bit of a race against time if that's not the case. No, okay, it stops right there, cool. So that lets us get this little puzzle piece, cool. Or actually, no, I was too slow. I don't think I can get it. I would have needed to drop down. Huh. Unless, can I rock this downwards? It looks like I can. What if I stay rock? Will it just... There we go. Look at that. I respect that, because certainly one developer might make it a perspective of once you've missed your opportunity, there's no chance to come back. But I mean, again, this is definitely me reading way too into this. But perhaps this is I don't know if redemption is the right way to say it, but yeah, if you're gonna brute force things, you may cause damage that's irreparable. Oops, I missed my jump. But that doesn't mean it's the end of things. Like, maybe you can repair something, maybe you can find a way to make amends, maybe you can fix... Maybe not fix, but heal. And yeah, healing leaves scars. Healing often leaves scars. Certainly, Kiwi and I have experienced things that we could only refer to as trauma. But that doesn't mean we haven't grown from those experiences too. Now, here's an instance where I do wonder if I'm fast enough if I can get to that top platform, because there's definitely something to the left. I'm gonna fast forward through this just so that you don't get stuck watching me fail at the same puzzle over and over again. It would be nice if I could just jump on this, but it doesn't seem like I can. This is what I need to do. I need to lower the boulder all the way down so that I can rush up this way, probably. Alright, it's a little bit of a time trial. I gotta go fast. But I have a lot more time than I did before. There we go, okay. Should be able to make this. It's a little tight, and got it. Just barely, but I got it. Cool. Alright, yeah. It's like, I know I'm gonna be overly reading into this. Alright, no one saw me flub that jump, okay? And I'm not gonna flub it this time. There we go. Okay. That was a little embarrassing. What happens when I destroy... Oh, okay. So when I destroy... So this is kind of what I was getting at before. Like, don't take your grief out on other people, of course. Like, I do think, though, that sometimes for some people, violence directed at harmless things like pillows, their bed, screaming into the void, taking that drive in the middle of the night and just screaming with your windows closed, it helps. It doesn't fix. It doesn't resolve what's causing those emotions, but sometimes just letting it all out is the first step to kind of heal. I don't know if I'd say healing, but moving on, accepting. And sometimes it just feels good to emotionally exhaust yourself. And I don't want to say not feeling emotions is the answer, but sometimes it's easier. You let go of those emotions that are really trapping you, or you just tire yourself out. I mean, for me, sleep is often one of the things that really helps me deal with grief myself. I guess that's one thing that you could even argue. Like, I don't know if Gris is a word in a different language. Like, it could be French, for example, and it means something else. But it just the phonetics of it sounds reminiscent of grief. Oh, so that's what you look like inside your rock. Oh, it's gonna go into the big rock. I bet it's gonna go into the big rock and move it for us. Oh, that's so interesting. That's cute. Hey there, bud. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry we destroyed your old home, but I'm glad you got a new, bigger, shinier home. Now, we've got a whole bunch of stars that are following us. And that was an interesting little animation. We had like a little pulse of the ring around us, so I imagine that means we've gotten all the ones we need to collect. Probably. I assume I can't go up this way, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is we get the stars going, and then we activate something that makes all this giant windmill structure start turning. Looks like we will have to backtrack here. Perhaps I'm mistaken. I'll try one more jump. But yeah, I guess if we're gonna go on the usual, like, red represents love or anger or rage, we could certainly see that here. This red is representative of that, and we're processing our grief with something that, well, lets us, we prove that it lets us stand up to those waves of grief. The waves of grief have stopped, but now we're kind of destroying small objects in our path to get where we want to go next. So it's not perfect, I guess is what I would say. It's still valid emotion, but potentially harmful to the environment around you. That's a pleasant little charm. So where does this take us next is the question. It looks like a barrier that will block us, but maybe it isn't. Oh, okay, it isn't. Cool. So we keep, again, there's this constant, there feels like there's this constant flow of generally climbing higher. And we fall down, and then we get back up. We have this big frozen in time windmill looking structure. And now we have to put these pieces together. Oh, we're not heavy enough. Maybe we need to climb up higher and fall from a height. That's my guess. Yeah, okay, I see. Look, this windmill has little things that we can climb on. Before we do that, let's see if there's anything else over here. Doesn't look like it. And I'm not going to go dropping down for the sake of exploration and finding a hidden secret. Alright, so hopefully this gives us enough height. So I need to get to this. It's basically the dead center. I need to. Oh, okay. Perfect. We can climb up the whole windmill. Geronimo! There. Oh. We needed to go higher. Huh. Can I make a metaphor out of that? I mean, I could say we saw the easy way out. We thought we had solved the problem that was before us, but it was wrong. We made the wrong assumptions, and as a consequence, we failed to accomplish what we set out for. But if we take a moment, we look at the bigger picture, we step back, we find a different answer. And that different answer is potentially our solution, because now I can jump up here. Nope, okay, not quite, but it's further out. And now, because we're so far stepped back, we can pause, we can say, okay, our first choice was a mistake. This is our second answer. Is it correct? And I don't see any other way to answer this puzzle, so, well, it would help if I, 1 second. All right, no one saw that failed attempt at doing this. Here we go. Geronimo! There we go, and now the windmill gets activated. So yeah, that's a nice, like, maybe I am reading too far into this, and I accept that if that's how you view this, but my thought process is, I'm gonna be overly analytical because it's fun. I don't get to live out those things that I was trained to do back in English lit classes from undergrad and certainly grade school before it, so let me have fun with this. Let me let me try to analyze every inch of this, because I didn't do that in Signalis, and I wish I did, honestly. Going back and analyzing Signalis in post has been a lot of fun, and honestly, I may eventually make a video about it because I just feel that strongly about it. I don't know if I have the emotional wherewithal to make it through a second playthrough of a horror game, even if I know what to expect from the horror elements, but I don't know, I wonder what happens if we fall down here. Honestly, let's find out, I'm curious. Oh, once again, little safety nets, okay. I really appreciate that they show you that as far as you can tell, there is only one way forward, but if you miss that way forward and you fall, there's always something there to catch you and bring you back up. And I think that's like, maybe I am over analyzing it, but I think that is a beautiful message that even if it isn't the intended message, that's the nature of art and what I love about anything that can be created with emotion behind it is that, I mean, we always call it death of the author. You are free to interpret things however you experience them, whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's about your experience first and foremost, and then you share that experience with others. All right, oh, we're gaining, is this blue or is this green? It's kind of both. It looks more blue, no, it's green, okay. So we got blue and green then, I guess. It's so pretty. Green, a color has been brought back. All right, Kiwi, are these hands blue or green, or are you gonna call them gray? Kiwi and I have a long history of disagreeing on colors, and it's led to some very funny conversations where I go and ask like other people, hey, what color do you think this is? Please make me feel vindicated. Sometimes Kiwi's right, sometimes I'm right. Either way, it's a funny conversation and a weird memory. Like, when we first met, Kiwi had a blanket that I always considered gray, and Kiwi considered blue. And, like, when I really closely examine it, okay, it's like a grayish, a grayish blue. But still. You know, I feel like left is the correct direction to go, which is just interesting because it goes against the standard platformer conventions. Platformers always, like, almost always have you going to the right. So what happens if I go to the right instead? I can't. All right. So once again, like, if I'm going based on metaphor, we as gamers, if we want to call ourselves that, have been trained to expect that progression goes to the right. So when a game turns that on its head, that in its own right is different. Now, interestingly enough, it looks like we're dealing with more green than red. Red is in the background now, but it's still in the foreground. You see like little flowers and leaves. I wonder what power, quote unquote, we get here. What'll change in this area? Okay, look, we're back. I guess this is where we started. And so we are filling out this constellation over time. Okay. I wonder what it's going to draw at the end of all this. If I had to guess, maybe a bird that we ride on, for example, could be that manta ray we saw at the very beginning of the game. Either way, interesting that now there's, it kind of looks like as we complete this, as we unlock more colors, things that weren't colored in fill in. Like, look, these used to be like, oh, you know what? This is a tree. That used to be like, it had like the bonsai things down in the, below the green block. So that's just a block of leaves. Okay, so we brought leaves back into the picture. Okay, and we've got little birds, little red birds. All right, well, let's see what's on the horizon. I'm curious what our next step in processing emotions and Jeff being overly analytical will be. It's interesting how the red and green kind of blend together here. I wonder if that's supposed to represent something. I mean, whenever someone, ooh, okay. Okay, no, don't do it. Don't destroy our ground. I also question what those are. Like, we created them in our destruction, so maybe it's regret? Maybe it represents regret, because we destroyed a statue, we destroyed the ground beneath us, and we were producing that as we were being destructive. I think we're going down, Kiwi, so here we go. Down to our next descent into grief, I guess? I mean, whenever you think of green, you think of envy, but I don't think green with envy is a... Are these like little house-shaped creatures? Huh. Doesn't seem like I can really interact with them, they just run away. We have the option of going to the right or the left on this point. I wonder if there's a difference. Okay, so, well, once again, the right is blocked off. So we're going against convention. We're going in the direction opposite of what's normal or what's expected. And that's often maybe how grief feels, how strong negative emotions feel. They're not things that you want to show off in public, generally. It's kind of a faux pas to express yourself in an open forum. Oh, look at them, they're little oddises. They're cute. Oh, and look at the brushstrokes on the black outline of this ground. Oh, this game is just so gosh darn beautiful, and the music just accompanies everything so perfectly. I have a feeling that maybe our destructive tendencies won't help us here unless there's an area that's like very red looking. So I'm gonna stop pressing Y for a little bit and just keep progressing, and we'll see what we find. But like, the most important thing to say early on is these emotions are normal. They're expected. They're part of being human, experiencing the world and learning from what's around us. Not everything is going to be a positive experience, and it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to have those strong negative emotions. It's what you do with them that matters. Do you learn from them? Do you internalize them and realize that there are things that you could have done differently, that things that you did right? And that's honestly the hardest thing, is recognizing what you did do right. Oh, hello there, little block friend. You're cute. I'm gonna call you Cubo. All right, Cubo, lead the way. And sometimes maybe you do need a little guidance. I don't think it's wrong to express your emotions in public. It certainly can look, you can definitely look back at it and cringe, I guess is the best way to describe it, but especially when there's someone who cares about you and you care about, it's good to be open with them. And then again, I'm so thankful to have Kiwi as my emotional crutch in that way, like, and I can be hers. We both suffer from things that have traumatized us, that have left us, I don't know how to describe it well, but I don't want to say less than whole, but sometimes it feels that way. We've lost something that's important to us, or maybe not even that. It's that things just aren't the way we wanted them to be, and we don't really know what to do with those changes. But we've found our way together, and we have those things that make us feel better. Turning on a stupid video, watching Doug program AIs into oblivion, and the sheer variety of insanity that happens with his playthroughs with those AIs. We turn on Total Biscuit, just feeling horribly at Snakebird. That's always been a like healing kind of video for Kiwi. We used to watch it all the time back in grad school, because my goodness, if there's ever a place where your emotions are put to the test, it's grad school, right? I don't know, it's sometimes hard to find those things that get you out of that spiral, get you out of your own headspace that is not helpful or productive. And sometimes just having someone else to help can make all the difference. Oh, it's a cube apple. That was cute. Cubo is hungry. Honestly, I'm hungry too. Oh, he's following us now. Hi there, friend. Hi. Oh, he hides when we notice him, but okay. Sure, follow along. Let's go on a little journey together. A little journey of self-discovery and emotion. If ever there was one. What are you going to show us next? Can I go up here? No, I can't. Okay. Man, I did not expect to get this analytical in the morning. Granted, I call it the morning. It's, oh goodness, it's 3:40 p.m. when I'm recording this, so not really the morning, but the morning for Kiwi and I think Kiwi just woke up. We had a late night. We made white chocolate coconut cream filled truffles for her dad. And they came out phenomenally. We only made a couple, so that's the one downside. We were hoping to make more, but we have leftover little coconut filling. It's a mixture of powdered sugar, condensed coconut cream, and where am I supposed to go here? Maybe I destroyed this tower? I'm not sure. Let's try going up this way. Can I actually, okay, I see. I go this way, and then I go up here. Anything that gets knocked down? No. Try this way. Anything here? No. So maybe I just flubbed a jump over here. Oh, I bet I see what... There's an apple over there. We need to get the apple for our friend. Here we go. Have a nice lunch, my friend. And maybe he'll make these roots over here go away as a result. Oh, there are apples on all of these trees. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna give Cubo an awesome lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. So based on the time of the day. For me, it's breakfast. I have not eaten anything aside from like a small handful of nuts today. But here, have some apples. Or Cubles? How do you want to call them? No matter. All right, I don't see any other apples, so maybe this is the last one. We're zooming in, which means we must have gotten what we needed. Are we friends now? Did you enjoy your snack? Hello. Aw, look, we're friends. I guess another thing worth saying is if you have a pet, pet them. Take some time to spend time with them. Because there are a number of studies that have actually shown like when people have their blood pressure measured, petting an animal tends to lower that blood pressure. So certainly having something to care about in your life that is hopefully more calming than stress-inducing, which can be a very quickly changed conundrum for our pets in this household, having something to cherish, to raise, to care for can help you. All right, you got yourself an apple. Are there more apples? What are we doing here now, friend? Do you gain the power to break that boulder that's blocking our way? Maybe, let's see. I like this. I like this actually better than us having a power. Oh, can we? Doesn't look like we can do anything here. What did you squeak? Maybe, okay, I must have to go apple hunting. Maybe we backtrack here? I must have missed something, right? No, I guess not. Oh! Oh, interesting. So if I turn into a cube, you turn into a cube. Okay, so I have to look for something that only Cubo can destroy. Not a good idea to train our pets to destroy things for us. Do you copy our jumps? I guess that's the next question I have to ask. Come up here, bud. You do seem to jump when we jump, so I can probably get you up onto surfaces. You know, that's so clever. I wouldn't have realized that. Because they positioned where you need to jump roughly where he will jump with his delay. Okay, that's really cool. I like that a lot. And okay, now you open up a little path for us. Awesome, okay. What an awesome little gameplay design. I love that. I really like that. All right, where do we go next? Man, Kiwi, I don't know what to say about this series, but definitely when you end up watching this one, do it when you're feeling emotionally ready, because I think this is going to make you feel things. It certainly is making me feel things. Can I destroy this? Yes, I can. What merit? Oh, okay, that unblocked the path that was blocking Cubo. Okay. Guess we just keep traveling along. So I need to get up there because I don't think I can. Oh, wait, how did you get up there, bud? How did you get up there? Okay, I really like this. Okay, so absolutely, this is a metaphor for how having someone there for you can help you process a lot of the things that you're dealing with. And sometimes it's worth looking outwards, looking at others, not for comparison, but just for help. I mean, for me, what is it? Oh, a year or two ago? It's 2 years now, wow. So like, no, actually, it's only been a year. It was basically when I started this channel. I was in one of the worst places of my life emotionally. A lot of people I cared about were having a lot of issues with health. I was in the midst of kind of giving up certain things in life that I held as like really important values to me. And a bunch of like less, maybe like important things, but things like medical insurance and financial stability and all those things were from behind also a huge point of stress. Cubo, there's an apple over here. Where are you? I guess we're not going over this way just yet. But I had Kiwi to help me through it, and she was there to help me through it. And I'll try not to say too much about that, Kiwi, because I know it's a point of conversation that dredges up a lot of bad memories for us, but again, the thing I will say most plainly and most proudly is I am so glad to be your partner. And I'm really glad that I get to be yours. I'm glad I get to be your partner, and I'm glad that you're my partner. And I don't think I really need to say much more than that. You're my best friend. You mean a lot to me. And for all those really rough times we've had together, I know it's sometimes hard to put in perspective, but we've had so many more really positive, really great moments together. Thank you for being there for me. And I'll do my best to continue being there for you. Looks like we are getting a new power-up, so let's see what this is. I'm curious. Oh, we need stars. So we still need our star power, so I guess we'll figure out what our new power is in the next episode. But we're not quite there yet. As it turns out, I did fast forward a little bit for those flub jumps earlier in the episode, so we've got a little bit of exploration left to do. I wonder if we'll see Cubo anymore. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to tell you in after I record these episodes, Kiwi, wait till you're like in an emotionally good spot to watch these, because this is like a weird. I think this is a weird way of me processing some of the things that I've been feeling more recently with the climb towards work beginning in, oh geez, just a week from now. Yeah, so in a week I go back to work, so that's why I'm trying to stockpile some videos, but I thought, let me have this sort of moment with a game where I can maybe process things. Oh, Cubo, look at you. Giving us our way forward. Thanks, friend. Now, how do we get out of here? Looks like Cubo's just here. He's not actually helping us with the puzzle. But the question becomes, is there a puzzle? So that's our way out. Can I get up here? It doesn't look like there's anything up there. So now we just travel to the left and find the other one. Yeah, I don't know. It's... Again, I'm not going to talk about work here. That was a request that Kiwi made when I very first started the channel, so I'm going to maintain that notion. But needless to say, I am a little bit sad to have my winter break coming to a close. And now I'm going to have time away from Kiwi. And that's a big portion of what these videos are for. It's to still let me have that time to be with Kiwi, even while I'm away. And my goodness, we're at well over 400 videos now, so Kiwi is not starved for choice. And certainly she uses Hades a lot to fall asleep to, and Pokemon seems to be her second favorite for falling asleep to. But she watched my Hollow Knight playthrough, but we've got a whole lot of other playthroughs on the channel that, Kiwi, I hope you get to enjoy. I certainly don't expect you to watch an episode every day. That's kind of an unrealistic expectation. Okay, so these change color as I jump. Interesting. I wonder if that's how the green trees work too, and I just didn't realize. I don't think so. They seem to be on some sort of internal timer. Alright, well, a puzzle based on this I have done a number of times with Mario Galaxy, so basically I just have to be ready. Actually, there was a puzzle like this in Ori too, if I recall. Which I will again say, if I haven't already, I will complete that game. I will definitely go back to Ori and the Blind Forest and beat that, and then I'll probably beat Will of the Smiths, or what is it, Will of the Wisps? Darn it, Video Game Donkey has tainted the name of Ori's sequel forever in my head, because now all I can ever call it is Ori and the Will of the Smiths, like Will Smith the actor. No matter. Oh, hold on. Oh, how do I solve that one? Huh. Is there a way to double jump? Okay, 1 second. There we go. Okay, my brain did not want to process how to solve that puzzle at all. You know what? Maybe I need to get this one first, I bet. So if I go like over here, jump once, jump twice, there we go. Okay. So I should be able to get this little star. Or not. Oh. Oops. Well, I've fallen down entirely. All right, Kiwi, I'm going to fast forward. We'll see how I solve this puzzle in a second. All right, there we go. So the answer was to take a different direction to get to your solution. There we go. Now the question is, can I get whatever's over here as well? So that little rumble means we did get what we need. Huh. What is my solution to this puzzle here? Because I need to... My brain does not want to accept that. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. My brain does not accept that I need to jump into a block. If I go here, then I can go here. Oh, maybe if I get a running start, I can... Wait, you know what? I can just fall onto this one. There we go. Okay. Aha. I like little puzzle platformers like this. They're quaint, to say the least. That said, my brain just okay, we're just gonna walk it. It's fine. No, it looks like there's a way to go over there. I should probably... Right, jump into the block. There we go. Forgive me, Kiwi. I am a little bit frazzled by simplicity. There we go. Okay. Let's travel along this way and see where our little star friends take us. I was hoping to see Cubo over here again, because it was cute that Cubo showed up once. I wonder if that was his house that we saw him in. Alright, well, why don't we find out what this new power is in the next episode? So Kiwi, with all that said, I know there was a lot in this episode, both me processing emotions and probably bringing up some bad memories. So again, my apologies if I said something that may trigger some emotions, but I'll try and temper that down and continue with more of the analysis and the personal perspective without too much realism to it. Kiwi, with all that said though, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and in the next one, more Gris. See you then.